Hello Whovians, Crispy Bro here and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do appreciate it, and that is from the bottom of my heart. Or hearts. No, just one heart. I'm not a Time Lord. Don't be silly. So today, you guessed it, we're talking about another leak. Okay, but this leak isn't really like plot related necessarily, so I thought it'd be good to mention. So not necessarily a spoiler warning on this one. It's just a little bit of speculation, a little bit of gossip. Not that I'm really into gossip, but I don't know. Regardless, it's an interesting read and you guys should stick along with me for this little journey today. You should watch all the way to the end. But before we get into it, hey, why not consider subscribing to this channel? I would really appreciate it. We are slowly but surely getting our way to 30,000 subscribers, and that'll be huge when we do. And please like this video and listen to my podcast. Those are the three things I need to mention at the start of the video. All right, let's get it done. So this was posted to Twitter a while ago and it kind of went under the radar, but it's talking about the plan to save Doctor Who, that what's happening right now has been in motion for a while. And I'm like, oh, that's a conspiracy. This was shared by someone on Twitter by the name of Luke Flux, and they said, this is interesting. I'm pretty sure this person has worked with the BBC before, and I believe their models have also been used on Big Finish covers. This also heavily links to the Reddit leak. Few episodes, big name to draw in ratings, etc. So I'm like, oh. So anyway, they've shared this Facebook post, which is a very, very interesting read, so let's get on with it. I'm not one for gossip, but 18 months to 2 years ago, I was told by two different friends who were better placed than I, as is pretty much everyone these days, that as the BBC were very well aware of Doctor Who's flagging ratings, they wanted to shake things up a bit once Chibnal's contract had come to an end. Now, I won't delve into the politics and the gossip that's been swirling around because it's not relevant here. Anyway, what I heard was that the BBC needed to get the ratings back up again, and so to do this, they wanted the Doctor to be a big name, someone who'd stay on for a few episodes. How many? I don't know for sure, and then hand over to the next Doctor. From what I'm seeing in the press, looking at it, it does seem to be the case. Sort of. Is Tennant, a big name in his own right and certainly in the eyes of the viewer, the 14th Doctor in some sort of mini-series? Look at his costume. New, but based on his old one. Tennant is also using the current TARDIS and not the one from his tenure, as was used by his 10th Doctor in the 50th. Is this because, again, he's the 14th Doctor? Though technically isn't he the 10th and 11th Doctor? So adding in him being the 14th wouldn't be a stretch either. There's also no sign of Mr. Gatwa on set just yet. I'm probably talking rubbish here, don't mind me, I'm so out of the loop as it is, but this got me thinking. I'm fine if all this isn't the case. Thoughts? Thank you. I will give my thoughts. So there's a few things to take from here, and one of them is getting in a big name for, for Doctor Who. That is not necessarily a new concept or a new rumor or a pneuma. I remember a rumor, and we actually talked about this a few weeks back, about Tilda Swinton coming in for some kind of mini-series to kind of like get the ratings back up as well. So maybe that's the same rumor you heard, I don't know. But that I don't think is a new rumor at all. But I think there is no doubt in my mind or in a lot of people's mind that David Tennant is still quite a big name. Like, he has had quite the success from Doctor Who and afterwards. He's done Jessica Jones, he's done Broadchurch, he's done Good Omens, just to name a few. And those are the ones I've seen. He's been in so much stuff since. And he's still so prevalent in the Doctor Who community. He's always been an advocate for the show, and he still does a lot of Big Finish stuff. And now, as we know, he's been announced that, along with Catherine Tate, that he will be coming back to the show in some capacity. I used to not think that David Tennant was going to be the 14th Doctor. I thought that rumor was absolutely bogus. But as time has gone on, and things such as, the Doctor Who magazine not necessarily saying that Ncuti Gatwa was going to be the 14th Doctor, it's almost seeming more likely that Tennant is in fact our 14th Doctor. And it's kind of nice to see that a lot of people have kind of warmed to that idea. I've definitely warmed to that idea, because the numbering at this point, who knows? Who knows what it means? But I don't know. When it comes to Chibnal, I do believe that, there probably was a conversation once his contract was up, if they were like, you want to stay on for another Doctor, or is your time up? And I feel like Chibnal was like, you know what? I came in here with my 5-year plan, and I'm gonna go with Jodie. And I feel like I hope there's no bad blood there, because I feel like Chibnal, for all the hate he gets, he definitely doesn't deserve it at all. And I will have a video coming up soon about Chibnal, because I just think it's fascinating the response that the fandom has had to him and some of the ridiculous things that have been said. Anyway, back on track. With David Tennant coming back, like, I would be surprised if there wasn't a boost in ratings, because one, you'll satisfy all of the David Tennant fans. Two, you know, it's a new Doctor technically, regardless of if it's, you know, the 14th or whatever. It's still new Doctor Who, and as I've said before, it is weaponizing nostalgia. But we have to keep in mind that this is kind of for the 60th celebration. Like, we don't know how many specials we're getting with David. It's kind of implied there's going to be multiple at this point, but we don't know for sure. I'd be more inclined to believe this leak if David Tennant came back on a year that wasn't for the 60th anniversary. If it was, you know, a few years down the line, they're like, oh, we're bringing David Tennant back, I'd be like, oh, okay, so they're just playing the nostalgia play. But because it's for the 60th anniversary, it feels like it's kind of a celebration of Doctor Who in that way. But no doubt they definitely thought about this. They were like, oh, you know, if we bring David back, let's see how the fans respond. And, you know, just from the filming pictures alone, the fans have responded in quite a big way. The most impressive thing from this supposed leak is from the start of this article that you heard this from like 2 years ago. I'm like, wow. Who are you talking to? You must have friends in high places if you're hearing this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of like my 2 cents on the issue. You know, like, at the end of the day, this could be absolute nonsense and someone just typing stuff up to, you know, get us all talking or whatever. But it is a good read and it kind of generates conversation about the show and ratings. Like, I don't necessarily like talking about ratings, but Doctor Who is fine, guys. Doctor Who is fine. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The show does not need to be saved. But if anyone's gonna bloody save it, it's Russell T. Like, I have so much faith in Russell right now, and I'm sure he's got some huge ideas, and we need to back him, we need to back David Tennant, and we need to back our next Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa. Whenever that time may be. The rumor is we could get a Christmas special this year with Ncuti, we could get a Christmas special next year with Ncuti. The rumor is we could get a series with Ncuti next year. I don't know when we're gonna see our boy Mr. Gatwa, but please make it soon, because I literally just finished watching Sex Education and I want to see it. But anyway, I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for just listening to me ramble today. I know it was kind of here, there, and everywhere, but I think it is an interesting conversation. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this supposed leak. Do you think it's real? Do you think that, you know, the whole David Tennant coming in was just to kind of revamp the show? Let me know in the comments below and I'll reply and we can have a conversation, you know? But with us. Okay, look, I think my job is done here. So thank you so much for listening. Please like this video, please subscribe if you have not already, and listen to my podcast because it's so much fun. It's a stupid amount of fun. And that's gonna do. All right, have an awesome day. I love you lots, and as always, Alonzi, baby.